Okay, hey, this is Junkers Review. This is our first time we've sat down and done a review in a few, quite a while actually. And we're going to talk about a movie that we'd seen some of the previews for a few times, but I don't think it was advertised all that heavily. One of them days.
I'm sorry. I had to get a jump from Shamika, and they had a checkpoint in LaBrea. I had to go all the way around.
It stars Keke Palmer, who I only know her from Gone. I mean, do you know her from anything else?
She was in Alice. She was in a season of American Horror Story.
I'm surprised she's not a bigger actress than she is because she's funny. And SZA, who is a singer that is not going to be in my. She isn't exactly aimed at me demographically, I guess.
I do it all and I'm around, you're scared to do. I'm now here for me, I ain't got it. My business.
Neither is this movie. I enjoyed it, and I'll give you my reasons. I don't know what Frankie thought of it.
I liked it, and it got several applauses at the end of the movie.
I don't think it was knocked down like it wasn't a laugh a minute, constantly humorous. It had like a story behind it. I mean, these people were strapped for money. It was a two roommates, Zah and Kiki Williams. They played, I don't remember their names. Like Kiki Palmer.
Drew and Elisa.
Yeah, Alyssa. So was it Alyssa or Elisa?
Elisa.
I mean, she was like worked in a diner and she wanted to be a manager. And what was Elisa?
She was an artist.
And they had some kind of live-in boyfriend that was a loser. They gave him the rent money.
It in these shirts that kind of said Gucci but was spelled slightly off, and they were made from flammable material.
It was these two had to go come up with the money for their rent that he lost, or they were going to be evicted. It's a black comedy, I guess, and black neighborhood and all this, and they hilariously make fun of this white girl that moves in, like a hipster white girl, and that's Judd Apatow's daughter that was that girl. Did you know that? These people were struggling, and they were they ended up going to a
They
blood
had an
bank.
arc. They had an arc in this movie. Each one of these characters had an arc where they started out one space, and then at the end they had growth, maturity.
They went to a blood bank to donate blood or plasma or something. That was funny. Then they went to a check into cash or type payday place.
That was first.
That was funny. They ran into this smart ass teller that kind of stole the show for a minute.
Are you having a heart attack?
I've never seen a credit score this low.
You lucky she holding me back. You lucky she holding me back.
It was the one that was making fun of their credit scores.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
in the trailer. If you've seen the trailer, you know who I'm talking about. That scene was funny. And Cat Williams, who was like played like Lucky, he was like the neighborhood psychic. I actually, out of all the actors in here, I mean, Cat Williams is hilarious. You haven't seen his stand up, right? I think
No.
we talked about this. You need to watch his stand up. It's funny.
There's a white boy that ran track for a motherfucking living, and he lost both his motherfucking legs. Now, I hate losers and quitters, but I feel like if you run for a motherfucking living and you lose both of your motherfucking legs, you should be allowed to sit this motherfucker out. You have done everything there was for you to do.
But you should see some of his specials where he's talking about Trump and stuff.
Trump don't give a fuck. Trump don't follow nobody's rules.
Then they got that gangster Lolo or whatever it was. They stole his that it was kind of a weird scene. What did Alyssa do?
She climbed up a pole and took a broom and knocked down these Nike tennis shoes that someone had thrown over the electrical wire, like you do, in the neighborhood. You throw your tennis shoes up over them.
Yeah,
Expensive Nikes worth about $2,500.
I would recommend that. Actually, to be quite honest about it, this was probably one of the out of all the recent movies we've seen lately. I think this was probably one of my favorite ones, actually. And really, to be honest, the movie I was thinking we were
Yeah.
going to see last night was Wolfman, because that just was be more up our alley. But the only reason we went to the comedy is because Donovan has rightfully said that we drag him to all these horror movies all the time. So
And
we
then
were,
there were three trailers for horror movies last
yeah, so
night.
like we went to this comedy and it ended up being funny. It
Oh
ended
yeah.
up being good. So
You're missing out on one crucial character. I don't even see her.
oh, the tough girl. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Hold on a second. I know who you're talking about. Uh Bernice. She was played by Aziza Scott. She was tough. She was like, oh yeah. She kept pursuing them and trying to take their
Oh
money.
yeah, when she runs into that truck door and shatters the glass and gets up.
People should watch this.
Yeah, and stay and watch the credits because there's some funny things about the characters at the end, kind of during the credits.
Right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 100%. Of course, I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, a movie, and I'm not being cynical, but a movie primarily with African American actors aimed at the black audience, the people who are the critics are just going to be like, yes, we love this movie, even if it was complete dog shit. This movie's not. This movie's funny.
Oh yeah,
So
like I said, it got an applause
yeah,
from
I
the
mean,
crowd at
it
the
was
end.
funny. So I don't
You
know.
had three guys, and we enjoyed the movie so much. It was
Yeah,
great.
I'm glad we went. I mean, I still want to go see Wolfman.
Hmm.
We'll have to talk about when, but I mean, I'm glad that we went to see that movie last night. Right before the movie started, we had that the server because we went to the Cinnabar, and the Cinnabar is a theater in Knoxville that has like they come by you and ask
It's an eat-in theater. It's an eat-ins.
eat-in theater. They came by and asked us like whenever that lady that came by and told us that the first 15 minutes were the funniest. I did not think so at all. I thought, to be honest, the beginning of the movie was slow. I don't know what she was talking about. She said she had heard the first 15. Actually, no, she said she had heard the first 15 minutes were the funniest, not that they were. That makes more sense because they weren't. The whole movie was about the same level of humor. It was consistently funny. It wasn't knocked down, drag out, hilarious, but it was consistently funny. But I think like the first 5 or 6 minutes, really until they lost the money, uh, it was kind of slow. So, whatever. Anyway, all right. Well, go see it.
Oh yes, 2 thumbs up.